920 Society Mastermind, day 9 of 21, the My Peace Accord over the war of guilt. This is the most important foundation of your life. This is the most important foundation of anything good in life. And that foundation is without guilt. And this is making a personal peace accord with yourself over guilt. If you're not a member of the 920 Society Mastermind, go to defalco.com and up at the top, look at 920 Society and you can join us there. Are you ready for your personal peace accord? All the vain energy spent with the illusion of guilt in my life will be spent on prioritizing inner peace and peace of mind starting today with this personal peace accord I'm going to have you make. My inner peace, my peace of mind and inner well-being is the only true foundation that will allow the building of a successful being, being. My friend, you are a human being, not a human doer. You are not a human doer. You're a human being. And the only foundation that you could build a true, healthy, happy, wise, and wealthy being on top of is a guiltless foundation. And the only way you could do that is that you prioritize your personal peace and your peace of mind. There's two different things. Your personal peace covers everything, your entire soul. Your soul is your mind, your will. You're at peace with your will, what's been done, what's yet to be done, what needs to be done. You're at peace with your mind and you're at peace with your emotions. Mind, will, and emotions is the soul of mankind. So, and then that peace of mind is where that left brain is always chatter, 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 chatter. Total peace, no guilt, guiltless, free of all guilt. None of us are guilty of anything. We've all have been forgiven. I'm not going to talk about a universal theology that causes world wars, but a universal love and a universal peace is already inside us. We know it. It cries out. Our souls are like our thumbprints and they're like our DNA. And every single one of us, even the terrorists, their moms cry before they go out and blow themselves up. Where does that come from? That's that innate peace that we were sent here with until we were programmed with bad belief systems, thinking anything of the opposite and misguided belief systems. So, folks, this peace is inside every single one of us, but it is covered up with nonsense and bad belief systems and guilt and guilt. So all that vain energy we've been spending personally on guilt in your life, it's got to be spent in prioritizing your inner peace and peace of mind. And that's what we're going to do today in order to have a foundation. Because, folks, you could become the most successful person that you could possibly be, and you could gain the world, but you will lose your soul if guilt is any bit a part of your life. Personal peace accord. This is what I want you to do today. I want you to take a piece of paper, write down some specific guilt thoughts of reoccurring negative thoughts of the past that you have. As you write them all down, then come back, take a deep breath, and then one at a time, I want you to look at it, take a deep breath, and then cross right through it. Very nice. Just cross through it. No more, no more, no more. And then I want you to write, the past is gone. I choose inner peace that is always present in my soul, but buried under illusions of guilt. My soul source and foundation is inner peace. I choose peace over conflict, health over sickness, happiness over sadness, wisdom over foolishness, and wealth over worry. Let me repeat that. The past is gone. I choose inner peace that is always present in my soul, but buried under delusions of guilt. My soul's source and foundation is inner peace. I choose peace over conflict, health over sickness, happiness over sadness, wisdom over wealth. Wisdom over foolishness, and wealth over worry. We say we want health. We say we want happiness. We say we want to be wise. We say we want to be wealthy. Well, why don't we have it? Because of guilt, because of what we think that we're guilty of. And anytime you compare yourself with anyone else, anytime you're not happy, and yet there's guilt in there somewhere, I promise you. So I want you to keep this paper. And always a sole commitment to inner peace. And anytime guilt or stress creeps in, anytime there's any bit of sadness, and where's the guilt? Where's the guilt? Oh, I don't think I've done right in the past. I think I made a mistake. That's guilt, guilt, guilt. So then I want you just to touch the paper and say, I choose peace. Folks, this is your personal peace accord. And let me tell you the way it works. When you start really going inward and living from the inside out this way, you will be guided and led. Yesterday, just out of nowhere, Ed Milet, if you're familiar with Ed Milet, had popped in my YouTube. Exactly right on target. Yesterday, the lesson in A Course in Miracles to complement it and was right in tune with what we talked about yesterday on day 8. This morning, this was the lesson for this morning. I want to read this to you from A Course in Miracles. A happy outcome to all things is sure. God's promises make no exceptions, and he guarantees that only joy can be the final outcome found for everything. For everything. I don't know what's going on in the last 90 days, but a number of my couples that I'm coaching, the majority of them have just been in so much conflict. And I'm going, wait, wait, wait. And then we found the guilt, guilt of the past, guilt of the past, guilt of the past. And here, yet it is up to us when this is reached, how long we let an alien will appear to be opposing his. Remember, the soul is the mind, the will, and the emotion. And you have to have peace in all three of those to have a peaceful soul. You can gain the world, but lose your soul. And that's what we want. We want to gain our soul, be in control of our soul, mind, will, and emotions to defeat all things and to have joy in every area of our lives, because that is God's will for you, my friend. And while we think this will is real, the alien will, and while we think this will is real, we will not find the end he has appointed as the outcome of all problems we perceive, all trials we see, and every situation that we meet. Yet is the ending certain. Wow. For God's will is done in earth and heaven. You know, folks, when you go back and look at the 1300s, 70% of all males died in war conflict. Today, you can't even, the percentage is so low, it's unbelievable. And so many people preach and teach that the world is coming to an end, that this is so bad, and that the world is so evil. I had someone, a very meaningful Christian, tell me the other day, they can't wait to get out of here. Oh my gosh. I watched the terrorist they just found plotting something on election day in the United States. And he's sitting there reading a book to his two beautiful little children about the afterlife and the rewards that he will receive as a martyr, telling his two little kids he was going to become a martyr. Folks, the insanity has got to stop. Not only in the terrorists, but in the Christians, the Muslims, the Jews, all of us people that have been influenced by religion to think that the afterlife is the beautiful life. This is where we've been placed. We came from that beautiful life. We're all going back to that beautiful life. What are we going to bring? How are we going to bring that beauty to this life? And that's what it's all about. Some of you have brought so much great beauty, but inwardly, you're just in such conflict because of guilt, because of guilt. Yet is the ending certain, for God's will is done in earth and heaven. We will seek and we will find according to his will, which guarantees that our will is done. You see about this will. And folks, it is God's will that the world be at peace. It was announced from the heavens. Whether you believe it or not, it makes great life mantras, as Frank McKinney would say. The angel said peace and goodwill to all. And you look at the history of our little round ball, it's got more and more, it's getting more and more peaceful as we move on, more and more awareness of the inner being that this is all talking about. We thank you, Father, for your guarantee of only happy outcomes in the end. Help us not interfere. Wow, this is what we do. Help us not interfere and so delay the happy endings you have promised us for every problem that we can perceive, for every trial we think we must meet. For it's all made up in our minds, all made up in our minds. I love the ACIM, by the way. Just come in there and enjoy that. ACIM.org. Okay. Thank you for being here. 920 Society Mastermind. Go to defalco.com. Up at the very top, at the top tab, you'll see 920 Society. Join us there. Make sure you take the Habit Finder free assessment, 44 page, right on the homepage. And let's defeat this guilt once and for all. Make a peace accord with yourself, sign it, carry it with you everywhere you go. And just as soon as there's any conflict, I choose peace. Blessings, my friend. So glad you stopped by.